struggle is real. It's me versus me, the struggle is real. Why don't you choose yourself? Choose yourself right now. It's me versus me, the struggle is real. The struggle is real. I'm gonna learn how to juggle. Well, maybe not. 20 reps of push-ups. Woo! Well, good evening and welcome to Season 1, Episode 16. That's right, it's Episode 16. And we are completing our first 16-week challenge. The last 16 weeks has been so much fun. I can't believe all the progress we have made and especially all the new information we have learned. When we started this program, I just knew it was something that I needed to do. I knew there were so many people out there looking for answers and I wanted to share as much information and encouragement as possible. Now we are at the end of the challenge and I couldn't be happier. Don't worry, it's not too late to join and we are continuing to have new episodes and we just went worldwide this week on the Now Television Network, and you can watch new episodes on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. on any one of the 12 channels. That includes channels 98 or 98, 249, 80, 259, 72, 50, 112, 364. View Media is in Africa. Faith Now is on South Africa. The satellite TVs and using the television apps. So you've actually got them on Roku and Fire Stick. And these are live channels, but don't worry if you miss it. You can still watch every episode on www.youtube.com at It's Me Versus Me TV. If you haven't had a chance to watch all our episodes, it's worth watching each and every episode because they are all different. Now tonight we have a special guest who will be joining us through Zoom, Mr. David Kessel, and I met him on Facebook. And for the next part of our show, I am super excited to show our progress. How did we do in the first Life Change Challenge? Last night and this morning, we asked our participants to come over and take our new Staiku scan. The scanner has the ability to compare previous scans with new scans. That way you can see exactly what progress you're making. So let's get started. And now joining us is David Kessel. I am so excited to welcome him onto our show. I have been watching him on Facebook for a while, his struggles, his good days, his bad days, and I am so excited. And I just actually messaged him and asked him if he would would be on our show, so that we could kind of pick his brain about how he's doing what he's doing, because he is a fighter and I watch him fight, and he shares when he struggles and he shares when he's having good progress, and I'm so excited. So David, welcome to our show.
Well, thank you.
It's good to have you. So tell me a little bit about yourself. How old are you, and kind of when you're growing up, was you always overweight, or how's that work?
Yeah, so I'm 33 years old now, and I've actually always been on the heavier side my entire life, and I have struggled with my weight all of my life. I was bullied from kindergarten all the way up until 9th grade because of my weight, and I honestly think that's part of the reason I am who I am today, because I was bullied so much that I just didn't like the thought process behind that. So I just generally became a nice person, and I tried to spread, kindness and love to everybody, because I know how it hurts to be hurt, whether it's physically hurt or mentally hurt.
Okay, so David, you're 33 years old and you just decided one day that you were just going to change your life. And so, what clicked in your heart and your mind that you wanted to do some of the things that you're doing? Well, first of all, let's find out what your weight was when you started, if you don't mind sharing that with us.
Yeah, the highest documented weight from the doctors was 560 pounds.
Okay, and you've never had any surgery, no bypass, no nothing, no sleeve, gastric sleeve, nothing like that?
Nope, it's all dedication, hard work, and diet.
That is huge. Okay, so you started this when?
I started about a year and a half ago,
Mm-hmm.
almost 2 years ago, but I started documenting it on Facebook about a year ago.
Oh, wow. So you actually did it about a year before you ever even documented anything.
Correct, and that's why I wanted to start documenting it because I learned that I'm a visual person, and I started video documenting it so I could go back for myself and look and see the things that I've learned um, from the past, like how I was feeling in that moment of weakness or what I learned in that moment of unknown and stuff like that. So I'm able to go back and look at past videos and know that if I was feeling similar um, emotions in that moment in time while watching a video, I know how to handle it because I already been through it.
Wow. And so you really didn't start, you told me on the phone that you had not started documenting to bring attention to yourself or to even help people. You were only doing it for your own self. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, I did say that, and that's true. Um, I made the Facebook page to self document because I kept running out of room on my phone and storage, and Facebook's
Right.
a great way to have unlimited storage. So I started documenting it, and I have a good friend that's on there as well, and he helped push my account, and that's where I got most of my followers. But I still am not in it for like the following or anything like that. It's just for pure self documentation and learning on how to strengthen myself and build up myself. And don't get me wrong, I love everyone that follows me and everyone that I engage with. And, you know, I now use it as a toolbox that I haven't had before because everyone is a different person. And what tools I don't have, someone else may need, and what tools they don't have, I may have.
That is so,
So,
yeah. Sorry, go
so I,
ahead.
oh,
No, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, so I utilize people's information as far as what they tell me and suggest, and then I try it, and if it works for me, I stick with it.
Well, I am impressed. And now, in the time that you started, how much do you weigh right now at your current weight?
I weighed myself 2 days ago at the gym, and I'm 390.
So you went from 560 to 390 in a matter of like a year and a half.
Yes.
So 560 to 390, somebody else can do that in their head. Me, not so much. So 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, hang on. So that's 160 pounds
Mm-hmm.
in a year and a half. That's
Yes, ma'am.
crazy. And without gastric bypass, without uh, injections, without any kind of fad diet.
Nope, just the diet that a nutritionist put me on when I first started. And I've stuck with that diet, and it's seemed to work for me.
Now, you just went out and found a nutritionist that you told this person you wanted to do something. So how did you find that person?
I just Googled nutritionist in my area,
Wow.
and they gave me a list of people, and I found one that was covered in my under my insurance, luckily, and I went and seen her. And the trick there was I was completely honest with her, and she asked me where I did my shopping or how I did my shopping, and I said McDonald's, Jack in the Box, and Burger King
Right.
because my food budget was almost $1,000 a month on fast food.
Wow. How much is your?
And
Go ahead. Oh, I can't even get to. I'm so excited. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
so my food budget was about $1,000 a month, and I realized that that's a considerable amount of money, but it was 3 or 4 meals a day at $20 to $40 a piece. So it was a big eye opener, and that's one thing I've learned is, if you're seeking help, there's no reason to, be deceitful or anything like that. Just tell them straightforward because that's what they're there for, is help.
Wow. Now, how much is your food budget now that you're eating differently?
$350 a month.
Wow. You went from $1,000 to $350 a month.
Yes.
So that's one of the things on this show we talk about is how much cheaper it is to eat healthy. And I'm like you. My thing was McDonald's. We don't have Jack in the Box, but McDonald's and fast food and everything was fast food for me too. And then when we started, we've lost about 170 pounds in my home with my two roommates and I together. So and our food budget is so much less right now than it used to be. It's unreal how much money you actually do save by eating healthy. Wow. So how much did she put you on as far as caloric intake for a day? How much did she decide you need to do that?
The FDA minimum of 1,200 calories.
So what did you cut down to when you started and what are you at now?
I'm at about 1,000 calories a day,
Wow. And what do you eat?
maybe. So for breakfast time, I have a protein shake, which is 15 grams of protein per scoop, and I do 2 scoops, so that's 30 grams of protein straight in the morning with an hour of waking up. And then at 11 a.m., I eat 4 ounces of meat, which I usually eat chicken, because I'm not a big seafood person, and a cup of vegetables and a piece of fruit. And then around 3 p.m., I eat another 4 ounces of meat and another cup of vegetables and another piece of fruit, and I don't eat for the rest of the day.
Okay, so did she tell you like to eat every 4 hours or something? Is that how she told you to do it?
I mean, if I were to put the hours in between, yeah, that would probably equal out. Yeah, I didn't do the math.
Now,
But yeah, at 3 p.m., I just stop eating and drink water the rest of the day. I drink about 120 ounces of water a day.
wow. Okay, so why did she have you eating? And we've talked about this on my show, but why did she have you eating within an hour of the time that you woke up? I'm loving this.
So I had asked her that question, and she said that um, when you're sleeping at night, your body's burning things like fat and other things as well. And when you wake up, your body's switching from like your sleep cycle to your wake cycle. And when you with eating within an hour, it just kickstarts the day. And I'm not a very big breakfast person or anything, so I do really struggle with doing the thing within an hour of waking up. But it's been very beneficial for me. But yeah, so it just kickstarts the day. And if you have a good amount of protein, like I do, like 30 grams of protein right in the morning, it allows you to be fuller until 11 or 12, whenever the 4 hour mark is for yourself. And then you can eat the actual first meal, and that will tide you over until uh, dinner. And then when you hit dinner, you're not hungry either, but you still have to eat because one, that continues the slow burn. She used the analogy of like a campfire.
Mm-hmm.
Is a campfire will always burn if you just add little pieces of wood here and there. And so if you're just adding food to your body like a campfire, you're just slowly, continuously fueling the fire so it's constantly burning, but you're not overdoing it and smothering it with sand or dirt. Um, so you're not putting out the fire and slowing down your progress.
Wow, I love that. I love that. So, why did you decide to stop eating about 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Because you work a night shift or afternoon shift, right? Would you tell us something about what you do for a living?
Yeah, so I do in-home care and I work with developmentally disabled adults and the elderly. But I do currently work swing shift, but I am switching to day shift here in the next couple of weeks. So my schedule will be 6 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And then will you continue on the same pathway that you're eating now because you're going to be getting up earlier? So you're going to have to kind of move your hours around a little bit on your eating, right?
Correct.
And so you stop at 3 o'clock. So you actually stop eating about the time that you go to work and then you don't eat the rest of the night.
Correct.
Wow. And what do you do when you get hungry?
There's unlimited foods that you can eat. Um, Pickles is a good one. There's a whole list of different things. I eat pickles because you can have an unlimited amount of them. Um, and Cucumbers and stuff like that. Broccoli is one and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different stuff. Of course, not with ranch or anything like that, just plain old broccoli or whatever. But it's unlimited, so it's like a free food. So you really can eat as much of that as you want, and it doesn't take you off your track or anything like that. But when I first started, it was a really big struggle to be 100% with you on that one. Um, so I ate a lot of pickles. Um, but I don't really eat pickles anymore, and I don't get hungry after 3 p.m. And if I do get a little hungry, I just drink a little bit more water when I get hungry, and then the hunger passes, and I'm fine. And I still continue drinking water because I have to hit the 128 ounces um, a day.
Now that your nutritionist puts you on that much water a day?
The nutritionist originally put me on 100 ounces. Um, the doctor put me on 120, and I just increased to 128 because I bought a water bottle that's 128.
That works for me. That would be the
Yeah.
easiest way to do it. I get that for sure. Wow. So, how often do you go to the gym?
When my schedule's not crazy between construction and work, I try to hit the gym every day. I was going to Planet Fitness, but I actually recently switched over to LA Fitness
Mm-hmm.
because LA Fitness has more things to offer, um, and I can utilize a pool, and I can utilize a sauna and a hot tub,
Hmm.
which the warmth will help stimulate the body fat burn because it's warm,
Mm-hmm.
and the pool is just a great exercise for low impact. And I utilize the hot tub to like stretch in because it's easier to stretch in the hot tub because it's more relaxing on the joints. And then I go out and work out. They have all kinds of cool new machines that I've never done before, like the sled push and pull, and they have a racquetball court and an indoor
Wow.
basketball court. So a lot of different amenities that the other gym didn't have, and it was only $15 more. So I
That
can go to the gym after I get off work at 2 p.m.
that is fantastic. Wow, that's fantastic. Now, do you use any apps or anything that you follow along with your calories or your fluid intake or anything like that?
I do not.
You don't, you just figure it out on your own.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I saw you doing the sled push on your videos the other day. How much was you pushing the other day?
225.
I thought it was about 225. I wasn't sure. Wow. Now, did your nutritionist do any blood work on you? And did you correlate everything with your doctor that you usually see? How did that work?
No, actually, when I saw the nutritionist, and I only saw the nutritionist 3 times, I didn't go like a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
First one was the meeting of us meeting. The second time was a check-in to come up with a diet, which we did. And then the third time, she had actually hooked me up to this machine where I had to fast for 12 hours. And then right when I woke up, I had to go to her office and I got put on this like breathing machine.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to breathe into this machine for 10 minutes straight.
Mm-hmm.
And it broke down how many calories and how much and what I burn a day without doing anything, like just sitting there doing absolutely nothing.
Yep.
And I burn about 5,000 calories doing nothing.
Yeah, I did that breathing test one time, and I thought that was really extreme to be able to to see how all that worked. I didn't really understand it at the time, but I'm glad that she did that test. That's really cool. So you had to fast for 12 hours, and then you did that, and you breathed it, and you had that tube that you had to hold in your mouth, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I had to do too. Wow. So, did you have any past medical history that's become better, like any high blood pressure or anything like that? Has that gotten better for you?
No, actually, just the opposite,
Really?
which sounds weird. Yes, I've actually always been very, like, minus the obesity. I've been actually very physically healthy my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And then the reason the doctor increased my water intake is because I lost so much weight in such a short period of time. My body processes things differently, and now I have gout, which is medically managed,
Wow.
which is a form of arthritis.
Yeah. Wow.
And I have it medically managed, and I actually don't take the meds anymore because I'm now slowly losing the weight the right way, and my body is able to adapt the right way. Um, but and with my fluid intake, I'm flushing out any extra acid and everything else that my body doesn't need. So I'm no longer taking meds, and I now continue to no longer have any health issues. But I
Wow.
did have adverse effects of losing a bunch of weight.
So losing it that fast wasn't very beneficial for you. That's one of the cons of what has happened with you. You've lost 160 pounds in a year and a half. So you said it might have been 2 years, but we'll say a year and a half. So you felt did you so your doctor and everybody, what about your nutrition? Did she feel like that you were losing it too fast, or is that something that you had chosen to do, or how did you just see it coming off and you just kept pushing to get it off faster, and how does that work?
So I only saw the nutritionist 3 times. After the breathing machine for the nutritionist, I didn't see her anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't seen her since.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't oftenly go to the doctor back in the day, but I've recently gone more, to monitor my health and make sure I'm doing it healthily now.
Right.
Um, but no, I mean, I don't know, as far as like I don't see the nutritionist and I only see the doctor when I do like a 3 month checkup to do blood work and make sure everything is kosher. But other than that, I do everything on my own.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, that's really fantastic. So you really don't have any health issues at all. So you really probably caught this in time then, right? No
I would
diabetes.
I would I would love to think so. Maybe there could be adverse effects down the road.
Mm-hmm.
I
Wow.
can't really know.
So now how much weight are you, what's your goal rate to lose weight now to a healthy ability where your body can catch up basically?
Well, the personal trainer that I inquired with the other day at the gym, he said it's healthy to lose 1 pound a week, and that would put me at another year to a year and a half to lose the weight that I want to lose at 1 pound a week.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but given my high metabolism and my diet, if I work out on top of it, I lose anywhere from a pound and a half to 2 pounds a week.
Okay, so that's what we shoot for is a pound to 2 pounds a week with our participants that is on our show. We don't really want them to go any faster than that. When you first start losing weight, you lose it fast, and it kind of comes off and melts off, and it feels weird that it does that, but it does. And so yeah, we try to push for 1 to 2 pounds a week as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is that what your personal trainer was asking you to do, or they thought that was your best for you at this point?
Well, I don't have a personal trainer yet. That I think that's my next step. Like I said, most of this is self-taught as far as like just just getting a little bit of information from like a nutritionist or a doctor. But with me working in the healthcare field and me working in hospitals and places, I know a lot about health stuff.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of knowledge behind things. Uh, and the reason I would get a personal trainer is because I'm human. I don't know everything. I don't know like the workouts or how to properly do all of them. I mean, he just informed me there's 159 workouts at that gym, and I've only been doing like 7.
Oh, wow. Well, personal trainer, even if you got just, I used to do personal trainers when I lived in California, and I learned so much from them, and I've had personal trainer probably 4 times in my life, and I'll do like the smallest package, and then I'll learn what I need to learn, and then I'll go forward. But I have never been able to sustain it because I don't keep my personal trainer. I didn't keep my personal trainer at the time. But a personal trainer, if you can just get like when they have special deals all the time usually, and you can just get the smallest deal, and then you can get so much information. That was my next question: is how did you learn how to use? If you're only doing what 4 or 7, whatever you said, then I was going to ask you how you learned how to do some of the things that you do, just by watching people or asking people. Do you YouTube it? What do you do for that?
So I did powerlifting in high school.
Oh, okay. You know a lot about stuff.
Yeah, so I did power. That's the only sport I did in high school. I did powerlifting, and um, I learned when I did my fitness assessment at the gym the other day
Mm-hmm.
that when it comes to strength activities, I do really great.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to stretches or jumping activities, I do not do very well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now
But
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, but I do want to learn the other machines, and I do want to inquire about getting a personal trainer. Um, and that's not out of the cards, you know. And what I do is I do generally, and I'm a very social person, so I do ask people how to use the machine or what they do, and then I try what they do, and then I modify it from there if
Mm-hmm.
I need to for myself.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, I wondered how you pushed 225 pounds because you really pushed that sled fast. So, and it's fun to watch you too.
So that was actually a warm up. I actually had 4 plates on there, and I realized I could do 4 plates, um, which I think is like 500 some odd pounds. Um, but if I wanted to do multiple reps and sets, I needed to lower the weight
Yeah.
because I didn't take, and I failed science apparently. I didn't take into account physics and friction on the
The carpet.
grassy turf there. Yeah. So I needed to lower the weight so I could do the reps and steps I needed to do. But if I was just to do a one-time personal best, which I did, I could have that thing full and push it.
I bet, because you look really strong. But yeah, you're right. The friction part, starting from just a standing point, is an interesting thing. That particular sled push that you were doing, when I first started my Life Change Challenge, I went to a weight loss area, and they had me. We didn't do much stretching. We didn't do any stretching, actually. I didn't know I knew stretches and warm-ups were important because I used to do roller derby, but I didn't think anything about it because I just felt like that they didn't stretch, so I didn't stretch. And it was my second day there. It was my second day. I think it was my second day there. And it might even been my first day. I can't remember. But anyway, I tore the muscle in my back leg all the way up into my butt area. And so I had to literally sit on an ice pack for days. Every time I wasn't doing something, I would have to sit on an ice pack. And it finally has healed, and it has taken about 6 months to heal to where I don't have a problem with it anymore. But that there's a little bitty muscle in there, and I just strained it, stressed it, tore it, I don't know what. And I did good the first 3 times that I pushed that sled. We were in like a relay race. And when I get up there, and I thought, man, this feels great. I was so excited. And then I got up there on my 4th time, and I pushed that thing. And just as soon as I started pushing it, I hit that thing. And when I did, I couldn't walk the rest of the day. And it really messed my whole time up there. I really had to baby it and stuff. So, yeah, stretches are really important. Have you ever done any kind of yoga or anything like that? Do they have those classes there?
I don't know if they have them there, but where I live, we have like a yoga studio and a Starbucks on like every corner.
The yoga part is extreme. The stretching of the yoga, not the meditation of the yoga, but the stretching of the yoga is absolutely crazy. It helps so much of everything. And now I have stretchy bands and things that I do at home that I've learned. And we have a yoga studio right here next door to our studio here that I've been to. But if you ever get a chance, you can just pay by the class. And if you can just go and just do a couple of classes with yoga, you will be amazed at how much more you can move and how much better that you feel. It is really incredible. So yeah, let me know sometime if you ever look into that, because it is worth they usually, I don't charge $8 to $10 here, and I might charge $15 in the bigger city. Now you're in Oregon, right?
I'm in Washington.
Washington. Okay. Washington. Okay. All right. So, just kind of check that out maybe and look into that, because you're on a journey that you need, you can be really more pliable even than you are now, and it'll make you even feel better. I just am so for the yoga issue. I love it. Was there anything that you would like to say to people? Because I know you haven't done this as a way to say, look at me, but as you're getting followers on Facebook, you see that you are really making an impact in helping people become better people, better for themselves and their families. So what would you like to say if somebody was listening and they've never really thought about losing weight, getting healthy, or anything like that? What would you say to that person to help them decide that maybe today's the day?
What I would say is that yes, it will be a struggle to get started. It will be a struggle while doing it. You'll learn a lot, you'll struggle a lot, but ultimately, in the end, it is worth it. It's not going to go fast. Maybe in the beginning it will, but it does take time. It does take effort, and it does take the ability to fail and the ability to learn from that failure and the ability to grow from that failure, and just know that no matter what happens, you can always get back up, and you can always just, brush your knees off and just go for it, and if you have to use anything like a machine or anything like that, you can modify it. You can do anything that helps you. There's chair exercises if you're not able to be mobile. There's band exercises to build up strength if you're not able to be mobile. But really, just, this whole journey is, trial and error and failure and learning and growing, and that's honestly all I can, put towards a thought there is don't get discouraged, and just know that there's people out there that are in the same situation that I'm in or that you guys are in, and that if you don't reach out and ask for help, then you'll never learn new things. You'll never grow, and um, you can grow and learn by expanding your toolbox. And that's what I call it, as a toolbox. You'll start out with a small one, knowing the things that you know. But if you ask for help, or you even just watch YouTube videos, if you're not a type of person that asks for help, and you just YouTube things or Google things, you can learn and build your toolbox. And that's what it's about, is building a toolbox and expanding your experiences.
Wow, that's really beautiful. Now, your goal weight is, you said 300. Is that right?
Yes, 300 pounds.
Okay. So if you get to 300, if you still feel like you want to lose weight, you're going to keep going?
So yeah, yes, and I hesitate on that question because when I have seen doctors and I've talked with the personal trainer the other day, they've all come to the same conclusion that I have just a normal big stature to myself as far as my bone structure. So they didn't say I couldn't get any lower than 300, but they said that if I get down to 300, and when I do get down to 300, see where I'm at and how I feel, because everyone's individual, and sure, 300 is still up there in numbers, but just some people are built bigger, and that's okay, as long as you're healthy, as long as you are able to do things and process things the way you need to, and stuff like that. Of course, continue to try, never give up, and maintain and stuff. But they just said, don't be discouraged if you just maintain at 300 or 260, because as a person with a bigger stature, because when you have as much weight as I did, and you turn it into muscle, you're gonna weigh a great deal of pounds still. And and a pound is a pound. A lot of people say muscle weighs more than fat. Well, a pound is a pound, but it does look different.
Yeah, it does.
Sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see you, keep up with you on Facebook, and I just want to tell you I am honored to have you as a guest on my show. I am so excited about what's happening in your life with your little house, your remodeling, and your work, the things that you do for other people, giving to the mentally handicapped, and that's really a great field to be in. As you know, I'm a nurse, and I have a home care business, and we take care of elderly. And we talked about that on the phone. So we're both caregivers, and we give our hearts out to people all the time. And I know you didn't do this for prestige, but you are really making a difference with people. You've made a difference with me. When I feel like that I don't want to continue on my life journey, I watch you, And I want to thank you for that, David. I really do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you.
Well, thank you so much. And hopefully we can check back in on you in time and see how you're doing, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I just want to tell again, David, thank you. This has been a great interview, and we'll be right back. So don't go away. We have got some huge things in store for you when it comes to our 16-week challenge is over this day. And so we have our weigh-ins, and we have our inches that people have lost, and you do not want to miss that. So don't go away. Are you struggling with your weight? Do you feel like your health is starting to fail and the fight is just too hard? Well, you're not alone. Many people are fighting the same battle every day. Some win battles, but few win the war. And why is it so hard to win? Because you're fighting against someone who knows you very well, someone who knows your weaknesses and your faults. And who is this enemy? It's you. It's me. That's where It's Me versus Me Life Change Challenge comes in. Hi, my name is Gary Boyd, and I would like to introduce you to a life change program that you can live with and love. What will it take for you to make the necessary changes to take your life back? You can either pay now or you can pay later. The choice is yours, but just know your life is worth it. Sign up to be a participant at itsmeversusme.tv and take back your life today. As the old saying goes, just choosing changes nothing, but deciding changes everything. So why not be a part of a group of people who have chosen life and will receive much encouragement and direction throughout the journey. And I'm right there with you, as I've lost 22 pounds so far, and my household has lost 90 pounds, so we know the struggle is real. Through high-tech 3D body scanning, It's Me versus Me can help take the guesswork out of your fitness and weight loss goals through periodic measurement of your progress. So if you're tired of being tired and watching the world go on without you, make the decision. If not now, then when? Log on to www.itsmeversusme.tv to find out more on how to become a participant. Space is limited, so act fast. Remember, the struggle is real, so let's fight this battle together and be our best selves. It's me versus me, the struggle is real. It's me versus me, the struggle is real. Look what I got. I got my personal trainer certification. I just took my test and passed it. First time. It was not easy test. Let me tell you, it just was not an easy test. I can tell you the struggle was real for this one. My next certification will be my nutritionist certification, and then there's a certification that I'm getting to help people who have got injuries and who have certain things that they can and can't do. So I just wanted to kind of let you know that when we go to the gym and we talk about stuff that I've done the time, and I can say, it's me versus me, the struggle is real. That's the truth for sure. Well, just remember that tonight is our 16 weeks of our first series. We're going to be starting series 2. So just know that we are looking for new participants for series 2. And say you decide, oh my goodness, I would like to get started, but I didn't get started at the beginning. Well, even if you come in on week 3, we're going to be able to do your 16 weeks all up until you're done. And then on top of that, with your participation, you get 3 STIKUs, one in the middle, one at the beginning, one in the middle, one in the end. STIKU scans, which tells you, what we're going to look at right now is we're going to show you how many inches everyone has lost, how much BMI there has changed just in the 16 weeks. So I'm real excited to get to share with that. But don't forget, we're looking for new participants for Series 2, and it'll be a 16-week challenge. So we're going to start right now with Tammy. She started, her first weigh-in was August the 10th of 2023. And then we just weighed her and did her staiku again last night, 130, 124. And so she started out at 219 pounds. And last night she weighed in at 195. 219 to 195. Now she's had 2 foot surgeries. Can't go to the gym, can't work out like she should. She still has done a wonderful job, absolutely wonderful job. Well, that weight was actually with her heavy boot on and her shoe, so she's actually closer to 190, but we had to put her on a staiku scan because she can't get out of her boot. So she's really probably about 191, somewhere around there, but we'll give it 195 because of her boot. So her BMI changed, her basal metabolic index from, hang on just a minute, she went down from 37.6 to 34.9. 37.6 to 34.9. So she went down that way. Her fat percentage went down from 45.2% to 39.8%. That's her fat percentage. And then her fat-free, her fat-free mass went from 119.5 to 117.5. So what I want you to see here, and we're not going to worry about this other stuff. What I want you to see here is her inches. She lost in 16 weeks 34.9 inches. 34.9 inches in 16 weeks. She, her torso, she lost 22.5 inches in her torso. That's huge. Her neck and arms, she lost 7.2 inches. And then in her legs, she lost 5.2 inches. So 8.9%, 8.1%, and 16% in her neck and arms, and 7.2%. That's what she lost in 16 inches. And we're going to show you some pictures of her before and now at this point in time. So just take a good look at those because it is amazing. She doesn't even look like herself. She was walking through, she's on her crutches, but she was walking the other day, and I just stopped and took a picture of her because she just doesn't look like herself at all. And she feels good. It's very much of a blessing. Now we're going to go to Rhonda. Rhonda, she's come out fighting, man. This girl's fighting. She's 71, I think, years old. So 70, she's 70. Okay, she just turned 70. Okay. Now, Rhonda weighed in on October 19, 2023. And she weighed in at 212 pounds. And so this morning I weighed her. She weighed in at 190. 190. And her BMI, she was at 44.3%. She is now at 39.7. She went from 44.3 to 39.7. That's really huge. Her fat percentage went from, 61% to 54.3% is what her fat percentage went to. And that to me is huge. Now, her inches in 16 weeks, she lost 21 inches in her, and 21 inches total is what she lost. No, excuse me, 31 inches is what she lost. 31 inches. She lost 21 inches in her torso. And then she lost her neck and arms is 3 inches. And then her legs 9.1 inches. She's got some good looking legs and she's 70 years old. She's got a really good look. She's lost a lot of, when you look at her STIKU scan, it gives you a silhouette of what she was before and what she is now. So they're in different colors. And so just her calf areas are so, I can't even believe, 9.1 inches is what she lost right there in her calves. And you can tell that her calf muscles and her calves are so much smaller than they were before. It's kind of strange. And anytime that you are on a weight loss journey or you're in fitness and you don't have a STIKU scanner to tell you where you've lost weight, where you've gained, where you've got muscle mass. I mean, I might have, 12-inch arms, but if I start really working out my arms, I might have 20-inch arms, but it tells me my fat percentages, and we didn't go into fat-free mass and all that stuff, but that's what the STIKU scanner shows you that we offer with our participants. So I just want to kind of let you know right now, just between the two of those ladies right there, and we couldn't get Missy and some of the other ones to get to the scanner today and yesterday, but just 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I know, I don't know my numbers. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I missed the 9s. That's what it was. I missed the 9s. And so just in 16 weeks, we've lost, just with 2 people, 65, I'm going to put it right here, 65.6 inches with just 2 people. I didn't get to do mine. And Missy and some other ones didn't get to do theirs. 65.6 inches in 16 weeks. That is huge, absolutely huge. And that's how much these 2 women have lost. And so I'm elated. I just really am. So please, if you would like to be a participant, call us, get with us, whatever. So now, join us again next Sunday at 8 p.m. with the newest episode of It's Me versus Me Life Change Challenge, and we're going to start on Series 2. If you would like to become a part of Me versus Me, we are accepting new participants to be a part of our Life Challenge. So if you would be interested in a Life Challenge, contact us on www.itsmeversusme.tv. And if I don't get back to you, just call me at 731-924-9249. And don't forget, this is February of 2024. We just started in January. So now we have missed an opportunity to get to the first of the year. So let's go on to the second month of the year and just tag in and let's get our lives going, get our legacies going, get our generational issues going where we can help the rest of our generations after us to be a healthier choice, to have a healthier life. I want to thank you tonight. Thank you for staying tuned in with us. Thank you to David for being on our show. Thank you for all the participants. And next week I'll have the rest of the participants and their inches next week. So God bless you all. Have a good night. Bye-bye. The struggle is real. It's me versus me. The struggle is real. Why don't you choose yourself? Choose yourself. The struggle is real.